Hey everybody, Nate here again. Got a video here. Got to replace the tempered glass screen protector on my LG G2. This is the second time I've had to do it. The first time I noticed it was missing from my pocket while I was on the riding mower, and I somehow missed it with the deck, but when I found it on the ground, the screen was shattered. Thankfully, it was just this very thin tempered glass screen protector here. But now the time has come again to replace it again. So down here, I'm gonna hopefully make it so that you can see it. It's right around where the back button is. It starts down here, as you can see, and then let's see, kind of spiders up. Yeah, you can kind of see it there. A couple of glistening bits. It actually comes all the way, kind of, all the way up and over here. Let's see here. Kind of needs a white background. Yeah, you can see some of it right there. Anyway, it's just time to replace this. So I thought I'd do a video on it and show you the process. I've purchased these a few times. These Spartan tempered glass kits are from extremeguard.com. It might be .net. Put a link in the description for it. I like these because they generally always have a 90% off coupon going on, and it's just easy to find them for a couple of bucks a piece. This kit here I've previously opened actually has two tempered glass pieces. One is for another phone I've got. Let's see. Yeah, this one's for Moto G2. This one, I believe, is the one that we're going to use today. Yeah. So it's got the... Oh, come on. So it's got the cutout for the speakerphone there. Kind of goes on like that. So the process of this is that we need to get the old tempered glass off, clean the screen because it's going to be a little bit dirty down here. For that, I've got a bottle of 91% rubbing alcohol, and I just use some of these blue shop towels. These are not lint free, but I use these for the cleaning process and then go over it with the wipes that they provide in the kit, and that generally doesn't leave any lint left behind, and makes it clean enough so that when you apply this and peel this back piece off, it's clean underneath and it doesn't bother you, because if there's any specks of dirt or debris, it'll create a little raised spot and it'll bug the crap out of you. They're harder to notice when the screen is turned on, but still, take the time to prep and it'll turn out a lot better. The first thing to do, turn off the phone. Now that the phone is off, we can start removing the old tempered glass piece. From what I remember the last time I did this, it's kind of like safety glass, like a car windshield, in that it is laminated. And so when you peel it off, even if it's cracked, it should come out a single sheet. So let's give it a try here. I just try and get my thumbnail up underneath the edge, and you can actually tell there are naturally I can't find any right now, but there's usually these pieces of glass aren't perfect, and there's generally on the very edge you can lift up on it a little bit. Let's try the non-cracked corner. There we go. I just got my thumb up underneath it and started pulling, and it broke. And see, you can see that black line as it goes across there. That's where it's unsticking, and that is very important when we go to install it again, because when you see that, that means that the screen or the protector is actually sticking to the screen. So now that is the original factory screen. You can see I like having a protector on it. I put one on since it was new. And this is the old one. This crack here I just did, but this one was the old one, this little spidery guy. And see, it's just a piece of tempered and laminated glass. Unfortunately, there's no real other use for it, so you can kind of have fun with that. So now's the time for the preliminary cleaning with the rubbing alcohol. Kind of just get it damp, spread it around, and then just go over the top of it. Make sure, obviously the center of the screen is clean, unless you didn't clean it before you put the last one on. But the most important thing is around the edges, because if the edges lift, the whole thing will lift. You can see it looks splotchy. So we're going to dry it off as best as possible to remove all the contaminants. You can see that's pretty pristine now. Not as clean as it should be, but that's what the included wipes are for. So they have a wet and a dry wipe. I generally just go for the wet one. We'll probably use the dry one. I might use the microfiber. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. And personally, when I do this, I try not to touch the surface that I'm going to touch the phone with, just in case of any grease or dirt that might be on your hands beforehand. Now it looks like this one dried out on me. I think this might have been from the first kit. Oh well. We'll wet it down a little bit with this. Just a little. Got some on the phone. Oh well. We'll go over again with the dry one. No worries. Now since mine on this LG G2 kind of curves around the edge of the speaker there, I want to clean that particularly well. Yeah, I got that way too wet. Okay, so we'll put that aside. Get the dry one out here. And use that to dry it up. Make sure there's nothing left. It's looking pretty good. I can see I do have some scratches in it. I think I used this phone for a week before I actually got that protector. I should have just done it out of the box new, but oh well. So I don't think it's going to get any better than that. There's a little bit of haze there, but really it's not that bad. Where is my new one? There it is. I was lucky in this combination that this back cover doesn't wrap around the phone too far and pinch this guy back off. You gotta figure out this tape here, see if that focuses, back. So this peels off that way, and where that thin layer applies, that faces your screen. So it would go on like that. And that's what we're gonna do. I like to peel off just a little bit here. And get it situated on the phone. Don't worry, there are fingerprints and dust on this screen protector, but it's only on this side, not on the adhesion side. I was just noticing there while I was doing that these screen protectors look different. It seems like they cut the notch differently there. I know it's hard to tell, but yeah, it should work fine. We'll give it another go here. I got some more debris on the phone again. I can't stress enough how important it is to keep this clean while you're working on it. It will bite you in the ass so hard later on. So I like to pull this off down just a little bit. Pick up the phone and kind of mark it out here. You want it even on both sides, left to right. And somewhere about in there. You can see that black line. That means that it's adhering. Yeah, I might have gotten it a little too high up, but we'll see what it looks like here on this other end. And that looks, I mean, it's going down there a ways, but that looks pretty good actually. You see, we have a little bubble here, but it won't take much to take care of that. So, to me, this looks pretty good. It's bordered around quite nicely. It's a little long at the bottom, but it can't really go any more towards the top there. So, see this line, that's what I'm talking about. This isn't adhered, this is. So this will not come off. That's how the final product is going to be. So, at this point, just kind of peel the rest away, and it'll kind of meld in. You'll see there's a little bit of gap here. And it's, again, these aren't perfect. They're laser cut, but they're more meant to be a protector than anything else. They're not meant to be cosmetically pretty. I think I got it on there a little sideways. So a bit less there and a bit more gap over here. Now this isn't something that you can just slide over, you actually have to lift the whole thing. But the most important part is that it's on there and protecting, and that it fits in whatever case you have. You can see mine, it pushes on that left edge, so I might have to remove it and redo it again. But we'll see here. So something to consider here, this cover comes up and over the edge of the screen, and I got a little bit of gap over here, and it's kind of touching over here. It would be good if I could move it over just, you know, like less than 1 millimeter really, but maybe 0.5 millimeter, something like that. But the way to tell if it's going to be a problem that I've seen is if you push in on the side and it starts lifting like that, then you're close. Whether or not it's going to be a problem in the long run, I don't know. But I will say that it seems like the previous tempered glass piece was better cut than this one. And I don't know if they changed suppliers or what the deal is. But you can tell the shape definitely changed. Which, you know, isn't really a problem. Now it protects the front-facing camera, but it just seems to be a little bit longer and maybe a little bit wider, which isn't a problem. I mean, I'd rather protect more than less, but yeah, that's it. I'm happy with it. I think it was like $2 or $3 shipped. I'll put a link in the description for it. And Retail Me Not always has coupons for this place, so you can generally get one of these bad boys shipped for pretty much any phone for under $5. Really good deal. Well, that's all there is to it. That's how to install or replace a tempered glass screen protector on your phone. Pretty much the same for all phones, just a few things to keep in mind. The prepping of the screen and making sure you have it aligned is all key. Thanks for watching.